What's up, YouTube? Capital G here, DN Duel Commentary. This should be a great match. We got Necromancy Sorcerer, aka OZ, 1398, and the Yuchi Hungry, 1511. This is New Lightsworn versus Infernoids. The reason this match is so interesting to me is because both of these individuals are moderators on my stream. This one always tries to embarrass me when we play. This one is a Nazi mod, so... They're both very, very flawed mods, but you know what? I guess for the time being that they're both mods. So I'm gonna say, I don't know what duel this is. Hopefully this is like just duel 1. I'm gonna say, based on the field that I'm looking at, that OZ should be able to easily win. And again, I know his name says Necromancy Sorcerer. I'm just gonna refer to him as OZ because that's his real name. Man, is it me or did Omega get like really expensive overnight? Yeah, Omega has gotten like kind of expensive. I'm hoping the price will come down, although maybe if it doesn't, I guess I'll just keep playing XC-based decks and not anything that confusion. Alright, so you saw the hat trigger ride and play, goes into Minerva, ends up hitting a Fearless, +1s for days, and you get the draw. Actually, excuse me, it's like +2, because you get the summon Fearless and draw. This is why New Lightsworn is like such a disgusting deck. I'm guessing he's gonna try and make Omega here so that Yuchi can't summon anything. If he gets riding back with the Norden, he'd have. It appears that Yuchi has his own Omega that's banished, but attacking over monsters with or attacking over Minerva, because if your opponent hits that random Lightsworn, they get to blow up something on your field. Obviously, Omega can't activate during the battle phase, so your Omega would like be trapped. So it looks like Gem Knight, Garnet ends up getting banished. I think that Yuchi, why didn't he use Raiden though? Like, I'm pretty sure he had a Raiden in there. Like, instead of getting the Gem Knight, he could have kept his Minerva on field, and then he could have just went for, he could have kept his Minerva, and he could have used like Raiden as the tuner that he needed to make Omega, so. Alright, I guess Yuchi used the effect. Ended up hitting a wolf in his hands. I don't know, dude. When I played this deck, like, you guys see how broken the deck seems to be now, but when I played this shit, I kept opening like wolf and Fearless every single game. Like, it was ridiculous how often it happened. I think somebody was like hacking my deck or something like that. The chat said they were hacking the deck, so maybe it was happening. I guess a lot of people realize Omega is like one of the best cards in the game. I think it's going to happen to Scarlet, Red Dragon, Archfiend too. I guess if I ever want to play a synchro deck, I'll have to pick those up, because Scarlet, Red Dragon, Archfiend is, you make that plus Abyss Dweller, it's like really good against like Cosmos and whatnot. Summons Untundale. I think this is just a bad matchup on paper for Infernoids. Like, I don't want to say unwinnable, but like this deck makes advantage way easier than this deck. Like, you have reasoning and stuff, but this deck can just, unless you OTK him, but they run Damage Juggler, like, and he uses Damage Juggler. New Lightsworn can just, like, because they can mill, like, any, like, 6-card or any, like, 9-card or 12-card combination, or any 9 cards, like, they can make so much easy advantage. Alright, so he'll get 1700 damage through. Unfortunately, that's about as much as he's going to get. Oh, Electromagnetic Turtle was milled. That's actually very interesting, because that stops a battle phase. Haven't seen a lot of people play that deck, or play that card in Infernoids. That actually changed things a little bit. This is where you need the Judgment Dragon, ironically. The deck doesn't really play that, but still. Alright, and I believe Ozzy's going to be able to get his, what's it called? He's going to be able to get his, Omega back. Now, if you can constantly put Juggler in your deck, that's really good, because that's a card you always want to like draw just so that you don't get OTK'd. But on the other side, Yuchi has Turtle, so Turtle's really good. Alright, enters battle phase, looking like he wants to clash with Untundale. And Yuchi says, that's cool. Says, go for it, broski. Go for it. Alright. Now, I guess OZ is thinking about his play here, and he says, play, think, you play. I think that person who listed the Minerva on TCG Player for $1,700, like, come on, man. Like, No Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, there are a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players who have played $1,000 decks, myself included. If you look at past formats, Teledad and Dino Rabbits, etc., etc., we've had a lot of $1,000 decks, but, like, be real. Who's paying $1,700 for one card? Especially when you just listed the card in, like, November. You listed the card basically a month before Christmas. Like, get out of here. Come on. Nobody's dropping $1,600 or $1,700 on a Yu-Gi-Oh! Card. Less than 20 days away from Christmas. Like, people want to spend money on their families and friends and stuff like that. Don't necessarily have that much money to spend on a card. Maybe if it was like $600-700, I can maybe see it, because then this deck would become, I guess, another $1,000 deck. But still, now, OC actually has to be really careful here, because the chances of decking himself out are legit. Look at that hand, though. See, someone stacked this hand too. I'm not trying to say that OZ, like, has the algorithm of Dueling Network, like, down pack and that he stacks hands, but it's a possibility. This is the guy that I got 3 volcanic shells against, and, like, I put it back in the deck, shuffled like twice, and then drew it again. So all I'm saying is, his hand, obviously there's not many plays there. If I was Yuchi, I'd go for deck out here. Like, I would try and deck my opponent out. Well, Minerva's optional, so I don't even know if I would attack. Alright, so he's gonna attack. Well, yeah, I would kill Lumina. I don't give a fuck about the rest of them guys. Cause if you have to keep milling, you can, like, legitimately deck out. I don't know if that's a 6 or a 9. I think it's a 6. Yeah, he only has a few cards in his hand. Alright, looks like he's gonna banish Minerva, so I guess he is going the aggressive route. Trick Clown is going to activate, and just like that, card advantage doesn't really mean anything in this match. Yuchi should be able to take this, because if he doesn't win through just straight damage, he can win through deck out. Because again, he has a turtle in his graveyard. He can trigger it whenever he wants, and all he needs to do is just sit there and chill out. Alright, so it looks like he's trying to get rid of the Trick Clown by banishing Lila. And then, is he trying to summon something else? What's he trying to do? Okay, I thought he was trying to summon something else. Obviously, I thought he was moving towards main phase 2. And that he was, okay, so he is going to main phase 2. Goes for Stydamus. We're gonna see probably a rank 7 here. Yo, that's exactly what I was thinking. Don't go for Draco Sack. Go for Red Eyes. Cause you could just burn your opponent to death here. Yeah, you can just burn your opponent to death. Summons Lila, unless he plays Hat Tricker, which Hat Tricker can't start a chain. There's no way Hat Tricker starts a chain. I don't think so. If you summon Hat Tricker from your hand, I'm pretty sure you don't have to pay the, what's it called? I'm pretty sure you don't have to pay the damage, or you don't have to pay the 500. I think Ozzy's just giving this one up, guys. I don't think that he has a way, because he has these wolves and these Felixes in hand, and he can't summon him. I don't think he has a way of getting over Flare Dragon. In addition, he's only 5 cards away from decking out. So the Lila would put him at like 1 card and put him at like 2 cards in deck, and then Yuchi could just stall. So looks like GG, guys. Infernoids more sacky than new Lightsworn. Who knew? Who knew, guys?